As more and more PC handheld game consoles hit the market, I believe we're now entering the transitionary period of this format being the go-to for a lot of PC gamers out there, and probably on the cusp of this side of the industry exploding. I, for one, am very excited about it, and I'm very looking forward to the future developments. Let's discuss that in this video. Hey, if you enjoy content like this, drop a like, make sure to subscribe, and smash that bell so you never miss another video. Hey, what is going on guys? Danny here, welcome back to the channel and I hope you've all been doing well. I wanted to shift away from my usual topics for this one, talk about something that's been on my radar for a while now. I guess you can still consider it to be fairly closely related to the stuff we talk about on the channel, and that is handheld gaming consoles. Now, I don't have a Steamdeck or an Neo or any sort of PC-like handheld console. I am very much interested in the upcoming ROG Ally, but what I do have right now is a Nintendo Switch that I bought back in 2017, so I do have some first-hand experience with this hybrid console platform. It's not really a market I'd been paying much attention to because I thought that the hardware just wasn't quite ready for it. I wasn't actually too pleased with the Nintendo Switch at first either because I felt like Nintendo should have collaborated with Nvidia more closely to develop a more powerful custom SoC for the Switch rather than repurposing the Tegra X1 from the Nvidia Shield, as there were many games coming out within its first year and the performance was horrible even just trying to maintain 30 FPS on them. However, when you have a strong library of games and great first-party exclusive titles with fun gameplay, then graphics and even performance to an extent can take a backseat for most people. You can take a game like Breath of the Wild, a game that is considered to be the best Nintendo Switch title of all time, and for some it's even the top 5 greatest video games of all time. Not sure if I would rank it so high personally, but I can definitely agree it is a fantastic game, and I had lots of fun with it in my multiple playthroughs. It was so fun that I could overlook some of the moments where I had FPS dips or stuttering because I was just so invested into the game itself, whether it was combat or solving a puzzle, that performance wasn't even the first thing I was thinking about. That's gonna be one of the main focal points why someone would want to consider buying these handheld hybrid consoles. Let's take a quick look at specs for the upcoming Asus ROG Ally, a handheld console that is highly anticipated. We'll use the table from VideoCard's site as the specs are still technically under NDA, but Asus has worked with AMD to develop this APU called the Z1. It's going to have 8 cores, 16 threads, a CPU which is based on the Zen 4 architecture, so plenty of processing power, 12 RDNA 3 compute units, so it's the same architecture as what the desktop 7900 XTX is using. 16GB of LPDDR5, a nice 7-inch Full HD screen at 120Hz with variable refresh rate. So this console, when compared to the Steamdeck or Neo, is already a nice step up, and what makes this console even more appealing was the fact that its price got leaked recently from Best Buy's website, and it's going to be just $699, which will make it extremely competitive in the market. Now, since the product isn't out in the market, we don't know how it'll exactly perform, but a YouTube channel I highly urge you all to check out is called ETA Prime. This is an awesome channel where they test out small PC handheld consoles and small form factor PCs from third-party companies, which are using APUs similar to the one found in the ROG Ally or Steamdeck. He recently made a video showcasing the AOK Zoe A1, which has an APU that's similar to the Z1 Extreme found in the ROG Ally, and the performance for a small handheld console was really impressive in my opinion. He was able to play AAA games at 1080p 60 FPS. Now obviously he did have to tune the system using some software and also adjust the in-game settings to an appropriate level, but you also have to remember that when you're playing on a smaller 7 or 8-inch screen, even 720p is more than acceptable. Along with that, with the ability to use FSR, you can make these games look great and still retain great performance. What will also be a huge help with the ROG Ally will be the fact that it has VRR, which can really help make lower performance situations tolerable. I think we've gotten to the point now, or if not, we're very close to the stage where for a lot of people in the PC gaming market, these handheld consoles are powerful enough to satisfy their gaming needs. Circling back to what I was talking about with Breath of the Wild, the PC has an endless library of amazing games out there. A lot of people, when they think about PC gaming, they think of graphic snobs who only care about making their games look pretty, and that's about it. Sure, that might be true for some people, hence why, someone would buy a $1,600 GPU, but there are so many other reasons to that, and like I explained in my previous video, and I'll reiterate it again, if the game is fun, has good gameplay along with a good story, then that is what matters more to people. Now, I'm not saying that graphics don't matter at all. Take a game like Forza Horizon 5. That is a game where I do absolutely care about graphics, because it's such an integral part of the experience. But when playing a game like Elden Ring, for example, I could have played that game with everything on medium to low, and it would not have made any difference to my my overall experience I had with that game. Recently, I've been playing a lot of Hitman 3 since the Freelancer update. I could probably play that game with medium settings, forget ray tracing, at 720p with FSR on one of these handheld systems, and I doubt I'd be having less fun than playing it on my OLED TV with a 4090. Because the gameplay about stealthily taking out my target is what I'm thinking about, not that the environment looks so bad, therefore the game is unplayable. Along with that, one of the big advantages these systems will have over a traditional handheld game console like the Nintendo Switch is that they can still fully function like a PC. PC gamers aren't just using their systems for gaming, but they'll use it for a wide variety of stuff, such as browsing the web, doing some content creation, using Microsoft Office, etc. Now, obviously, I don't expect these systems to, start replacing the workstations in people's homes. There will always be a market for those high-end systems, and while we're in this transitionary period, I can see many having their homes coexist with a handheld system and a desktop gaming PC. That doesn't necessarily mean, that will stop these systems from evolving and eventually fulfilling all those roles that a traditional desktop PC can do. Asus ROG Ally will also be compatible with their XG mobile docking station, where it'll also have a more powerful GPU in them. I think they have a configuration even now with something like an RTX 4090, but they are pretty pricey. But it's a nice convenience factor there. So when you're not using the system handheld, when you want to dock it, play at home, you want to sit back and lay down on the couch, do whatever, but you want more GPU horsepower because you're probably gaming on a PC, that's where the docking station with the external GPU can come into play. But just think about it, as these systems become more and more mainstream, I hope these companies can agree on a more standardized universal solution. Maybe it'll be Thunderbolt, I don't know. But with a docking station at home, it'll basically be the same thing as using a desktop. It probably would not feel any different for most people. With the Nintendo Switch, the main selling point of the dock was that it can connect to your TV so that you'll end up with a more traditional console-like experience. So not only will these systems have a dock that will do that, but will also double up as a workstation eventually. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this one. I just wanted to make this video and talk about some reasons as to why I'm really excited for the mobile handheld market now, and why I'm really looking forward to all the developments happening in this space and what future products will bring to the table. With the prices of discrete graphics cards just climbing to abysmal proportions, I think these handheld systems now will be a very viable solution for the masses. If you guys found this video to be informative and entertaining, then leave a like. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Be sure to check out the video description for cool links and ways to support the channel, such as using my Amazon affiliate link. And if you're interested in seeing more content like this, then consider subscribing. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.